सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं परमानन्दमाधवम्। सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्त गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। So we are seeing this unique section of Vivekachoodamani where the student has realized and is expressing his experience. That is where we are. We have seen how the experience of sarvatma bhava was expressed by the student. And now we are in the section where asangatva is being explained. That how nothing is touching me, how I am, and lots of examples, lots of similes, etc. the student is using to try and communicate to us that wonderful experience. Now let us continue. We are in verse number 511, right? Let us chant. kartṛtvabhoktṛtvakhalatvamattatā jaḍatvabaddhatvavimuktatādayaḥ buddhervikalpā na tu santi vastutaḥ svasmin pare brahmaṇi kevale'dvaye kartṛtvabhoktṛtvakhalatvamattatā jaḍatvabaddhatvavimuktatādayaḥ buddhervikalpā na tu santi vastutaḥ svasmin pare brahmaṇi kevale'dvaye. Buddhehe vikalpaha, buddhehe of the intellect, vikalpaha modifications, thoughts. These are the thought modifications of the buddhi, of the intellect. What are the thought modifications of the buddhi? Given in the first line. Kartṛtva, doership. Bhoktṛtva, enjoyership. Khalatva, khalatva means cunningness. Mattatā, mattatā means intoxicatedness, or what is called as drunkenness, matta. Jadatva, dullness. Baddhatva, being bound. Vimuktata, being free. Adayaḥ, etc. So this doership, enjoyership, cunningness, drunkenness, dullness, bondage, freedom, all these buddhehe vikalpaha are the modifications of buddhi, of the subtle intellect. Vastutaḥ natu santi. But in reality, vastutaḥ, they are not there. Where they are not there? Svasmin pare brahmaṇi advaye kevale vastutaḥ na santi. They are not there, svasmin, in one's own self, which is kevala, one without the second. Advaya, non-dual. Para, supreme Brahman. In that supreme Brahman, which is my own self, which is non-dual and one reality, in that these vikalpas are not there. As I was mentioning in the last session also, similar verse came earlier also when we were doing manana, that these are the thoughts of the intellect, they don't belong to the self, right? Even in Atmabodha, etc., we see similar thing happening, that the clear distinction is made, that there are thoughts which keep changing, which belong to the mind. They don't belong to the self. The nature of the self is different. It doesn't have those kind of thoughts. But somehow, these two things, intellect and Atma, they have somehow come together in an unholy wedlock. And that is where the entire samsara has begun. So we see that these thoughts are not there for the self, but are there only for the mind. These kind of verses, these kind of explanations have come earlier also, right? But there it was for us to do manana. Now here it is that person's experience. That is the difference. Again, for us it is for our Shravana Manana only, but now it is coming as his experience, that really these thoughts are not there for me. What a strange thing. So far I was living life and I was full of thoughts. There is one thing that never leaves us is the thoughts. Only when we are in deep sleep, that is when we don't experience those thoughts. Right? All other times we are continuously thinking. The thought modifications are always there. But what a strange thing has happened now, that those modifications I have understood to be of the intellect, not of the self. That is what he is trying to say. Now, in continuation with that, he says now few modifications I have mentioned here. May there be even more modifications, it doesn't matter. Don't say that just because quantity of the modifications increase, they will start belonging to the self. No, it doesn't happen like that. That's what he says in the next verse. Let us see. Verse 512. Santu vikārāḥ prakṛtehe daśadhā śatadhā sahasradhā vāpi किम मे असंगचितस्तैः न ghanaḥ kvacidambaraṃ spṛśati santu vikārāḥ prakṛtehe daśadhā śatadhā sahasradhā vāpi किम मे असंगचितस्तैः ghanaḥ na ghanaḥ kvacidambaraṃ spṛśati. There is also another pāṭha which says taih kim me asangachitehe nahi ambudadarambarō ambaram. That kind of pāṭha Veda is also there. What is he saying? He is saying prakrtehe vikārāḥ santu. Santu, may there be. What? Vikārāḥ, modifications. Prakrtehe, of the Prakriti. How many? Daśadhā, intense. 10. Śatadhā in hundreds. Sahasradhā in thousands, vāpi, or even in thousands. May there be modifications of the Prakriti in how many number? It doesn't matter. Tens of modifications, hundreds of modifications, thousands of modifications. May there be whatever there are. Kim me asangachitah taihi? Taihi vikāraihi. By those vikāras, what they have to do with me? Who am I? Asangachitah me. I am asangachit. I am unattached consciousness. For me, what it has to do with all these modifications? It doesn't matter. Example. ghanaḥ kvacidambaraṃ na spṛśati. How many ever clouds are there, they do not touch the sky. The clouds will come and will look like they have covered the entire sky. And suddenly everything will, suppose they are dark clouds, then we will say, oh, suddenly there is darkness. But actually, the clouds have not touched the sky at all. It may appear like that. And more the clouds, you will say, oh, dense darkness. Nothing. They are not touching the sky at all. In the same way, may there be these kind of thought modifications which belong to Prakriti. May there be in any number. Tens and thousands, hundreds and thousands, millions, it doesn't matter. They don't belong to me. That is the point that he is trying to say. So what is the essential point here? I am untouched. So verses 498 up to 512, up to this verse, that asangatva is expressed by this student now. Earlier he had spoken about sarvatma bhava, how he sees oneself in everywhere, in everything. Now he has spoken about asangatva, how I am not touched by all these things. See, when we say that these thought modifications are not touching me, what does it mean? I don't go up and down according to them. See, that is the implication. Right now, how is our life? Good thought, we are happy. Bad thought, we are sad. With each thought, I am becoming that. Because of the identification. Because of the identification with the body, mind, intellect, the moment thoughts change, I also start changing. And that is the reason why I am experiencing this samsara. Now, when we say that these thought modifications are not touching me, what does it mean? That I do not go up and down. I remain in that constant state of bliss. Why? No modification. Why no modification? Because of no identification. Mind may have modification. Let it continue to have. How does it matter? I don't have any connection with that mind. And therefore, I experience that bliss which is beyond samsara, which doesn't change according to the state of my mind. Right now what we are facing is, according to the state of mind, we keep changing. On closer analysis, if we see, the source of all our sorrow is this only. Actually, we are not sad at all for anything. It is our mind which is giving that kind of thought, and because of my identification, I feel that I am this mind, and therefore I feel I am sad. That experiencing that the bliss of the self continuously is what is expressed here as not having any modifications of the mind. Right? So this is what he is experiencing. Now comes the third wave of the expression. Sarvatma bhava, asangatva. Now the third wave, 513 to 520. These next 8 verses, the student who has become jnani now is expressing advaita anubhava, the experience of that non-duality. Sarvatma bhava, asangatva and advaita anubhava. Interesting, okay? You see now. Sarvatma bhava means what? I am everything. Asangatva means I am nothing. None of these things belong to me. And Advaita means what? That which is everything is me. That which is everything, Brahman, is me. There is only one thing. So culmination, you see how beautifully he is culminating. So Sarvatma Bhava, he explains also. When it comes, we will see that I am everything. Sarvagataha, Sarvaha, Sarvashunyam, everything is me. That is what his experience is. I am everything. Everything that you know, I am nothing of that sort, but I am that non-dual Brahman. So few verses, it will be mentioned, Brahmadvaitam yat tadeva ahamasmi. Few verses will end with that. Let us see, verse number 513. Avyaktādisthūlaparyantam. Wait. Different tune. Avyaktādisthūlaparyantametat. Viśvam yatrābhāsamātraṃ pratītam. Vyoma prakyam sukshmamadyantahinam. Brahmadvaitam yattadevahamasmi. Avyaktādisthūlaparyantametat. Viśvam yatrābhāsamātraṃ pratītam. Vyoma prakyam sukshmamadyantahinam. Brahmadvaitam yattadevahamasmi. Avyaktādisthūlaparyantam etat viśvam yatra ābhāsamātraṃ pratītam. What is said? Etat viśvam, this world. What is this world? Avyakta adi. Adi means beginning. Beginning from or starting from avyakta, unmanifest, causal. Sthula paryantam, up to the gross. So the causal world made up of avidya, vasana. Subtle world made up of total mind, intellect, etc. And gross world made up of the bhautika world that we see, made up of the 5 elements. This entire world, from unmanifest up to gross, yatra where, ābhāsamātraṃ pratītam. Pratītam is appearing or was appearing, better, yes, pratītam, was appearing. Ābhāsamātraṃ, like a mere shadow. Yatra, where it was appearing, tat. See, yatra, keep holding on to this word yatra, okay? So the substratum where the entire world was appearing like a shadow, vyoma prakyam, which is like space. Now we are talking about the substratum. Vyoma prakyam. Prakyam means which is well known or which is like what? Vyoma means space. Sukshmam, extremely subtle. Adyantahinam, adi antahinam, without beginning and without end. Yat Brahma Advaitam, that non-dual Brahman, tadeva ahamasmi, I alone am that. That alone I am. So what is the point being said here? The world has got Adi and Anta, in time also and in explanation also. See, that is the beauty of Shankaracharya ji. How is he explaining the world? He is saying avyakta adi sthula paryantam. From unmanifest up to gross. There is a beginning, there is the end. Etat vishvam. This is the world. Avyaktādisthūlaparyantametat pratītam, which was appearing like a shadow. Yatra, where? Where that world was appearing as shadow? In that Brahman, which is the substratum of the world. How is that Brahman? Vyoma prakyam, which is like space. Like space means untouched. Even when it appears that the space has become modified or space has become identified with the room, it has not actually. Like that space, this Brahman is sukshmam, extremely subtle, and that's why not touched. It being, the space being extremely subtle is not touched. In the same way, Brahman is even more subtle and therefore not touched by this world. Adi antahinam. You see, without beginning and end. He is explaining the world itself as avyaktādisthūlaparyantam. And then he is saying Brahman is without adi, without anta. Without any beginning, without any end. Yat advaitam Brahma, that Brahman which is non-dual, tadeva ahamasmi, I am that alone. I am that Brahman which is one non-dual reality, which is extremely subtle without beginning and end like space, wherein the entire world starting from unmanifest up to gross was appearing like a shadow. That Brahman I am. See Advaita. That Brahman I am. In all other philosophies, whether it is Astika Darshana or Nastika Darshana, within Astika Darshana or also whether these are Naiyayikas or Mimamsakas, even within Vedanta also, even if it is Dvaita, Vishishtadvaita, Dvaita, Bhavadvaita, whichever philosophy you follow, nowhere it is so clearly explained that the Brahman which is the substratum of the world is me. All philosophies are trying to find out this substratum of the world, this essential principle called as God. But nowhere it becomes so clear that what I am seeking, that what I am searching for, that what I am trying to find and understand is my own self. This is Advaita. This is the final truth, the culmination of all philosophies. Finally, all philosophies will come and end here. And that is what is the knowledge which is now experience for the person. And it is coming from experience, and he says, that substratum of the world, that Brahman, I am. Like space, it has no beginning, no end. Being extremely subtle, it doesn't touch anything. Nothing can touch it. That Brahman, I am. Okay? Yat advaitam Brahma, tadeva ahamasmi. I am that. How am I? Now, let us see verse number 514. Sarvādhāram sarvavastu prakāṣam sarvākāram sarvagam sarvashunyam nityam shuddham niṣkalam nirvikalpam brahmadvaitam yattadevāhamasmi. Sarvādhāram sarvavastu prakāṣam sarvākāram sarvagam sarvashunyam nityam shuddham niṣkalam nirvikalpam brahmadvaitam yattadevāhamasmi. Yat sarvādhāram, yat sarvavastu prakāṣam, yat sarvākāram, yat sarvagam, yat sarvashunyam, yat nityam, yat shuddham, yat niṣkalam, yat nirvikalpam, tat advaitam brahma eva ahamasmi. Yat, that which is sarva adhara, that which is the substratum for everything. Sarva vastu prakāṣam, that which is illuminator of everything. See, sarvādhāram satsvarupam. Substratum of everything means what? It is the existence. Sarva vastu prakasham, it is the illuminator of all objects, means what? It is of the nature of consciousness, chit swarupam. See how subtly he is bringing all these points. Sarva adhara, substratum of all. Sarva vastu prakasha, illuminator of all objects. Sarva akaram, it itself has taken all the forms. Means what? Even when it appears to be different, it is the same Brahman which is appearing in all these forms. What is this? This is Brahman appearing as table. Don't just say this is table. Yes, it is table, but that is the worldly view. What is the Vedantic view? It is Brahman appearing as table. See how our mentality, how our attitude of seeing the world changes. First, we start seeing the world, to go to the extent, we start seeing the world as my. This is my table, this is my, that is where it starts. Then little bit of understanding comes and we understand this is not my. Right now it is with me, but it is not my. It is something, which is different from me. Then little more understanding comes and you start to see that, okay, this table is just mithya. It is appearing to be there, but it is not there. Then we go still further and we understand that this is just maya, this is not there. What is this? This is nothing. And then you go one step further and understand this is that Brahman. Why? Brahman itself, there is nothing else. What else can be there? Sarva akaram, all forms, he only is. That Brahman alone is of all forms. Means what? Brahman does not have forms. But whatever forms appear, Brahman alone has taken all of them. Sarvagam, because he himself has taken all forms, therefore Sarvagam, he has gone in all. Sarvagam, all pervasive, omnipresent. Sarva shunyam. Sarva shunyam means what? It is devoid of all. Sarva, all. Shunyam, devoid of all. So it is support of all, illuminator of all forms, gone everywhere, in all forms, but it is beyond, it is devoid of all of them. Sarva shunyam, it is without all those things. Nityam, it is eternal. Shuddham, it is pure. Niṣkalam, without any movement. Some Paඨabheda also is niṣkalam, without any parts. Nirvikalpam, without any thought modifications. Brahma advaitam, tat, that non-dual Brahman, eva ahamasmi, that alone I am. I am that Brahman alone. See how beautiful. These verses can also be taken for meditation. Sarvādhāram, sarvavastu prakasham, sarvākaram, sarvagam, sarvashunyam, nityam, shuddham, niṣkalam, nirvikalpam, brahmadvaitam yat tadeva ahamasmi. He continues. Let us see. Verse 515. Yat pratyastha shesha maya vishesham. Pratyagrupam pratyayāgamyamanam. Satyajnānānantamanandarūpam. Brahmadvaitam yattadevāhamasmi. Yat pratyastha shesha maya vishesham pratyagrupam pratyayāgamyamanam satyajnānānantamanandarūpam brahmadvaitam yat tadevahamasmi. Yat, that which is pratyastha ashesha maya vishesham. Pratyastha, discarded, transcending. Ashesha, totally, without keeping anything. Na shesham. Maya vishesham, all the differentiations, visheshas, specificities created by Maya. That which is transcending all the specificities created by Maya. That which is bereft of all the specifications created, differentiations created by Maya. That is that Brahman. Not even an ounce of Maya can touch it. Pratyastha ashesha Maya vishesham. Pratyagrupam. And it is of the nature of the inner self. Pratyagrupam. It's not outside, it's the subject. Pratyagrupam. Pratyaya agamyamanam. Agamyamanam, not reached by. Gamyamana, something where you can go. Gamadhatu, to go. Gamyamana means where you can go. Agamyamanam, where you cannot go. What cannot go? Pratyaya agamyamanam, where the thoughts, pratyayas, cannot go. Which is not reached by thoughts. Right? That is how Upanishads are also explaining to us about the self. That reaching which the vacha, the speech returns along with mind. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. Right? So that is this Brahman. Pratyaya agamyamanam. You cannot reach there by using thoughts. Means thoughts cannot reach there. Satya, jnana, anantam, ananda rupam. It is of the nature of Satya, existence, jnana, consciousness, ananta, infinite, ananda, bliss. Satyam jnanam anantam, Brahma, that is how Taittiriya Upanishad explains. Ananda rupam, that blissful self. Tat, yat advaitam Brahma, tadevahamasmi, that non-dual Brahman I am, which is not touched by Maya even a bit, which is my own inner self, which is not reached by any thoughts, which is of the nature of existence, consciousness, infinite bliss. That non-dual Brahman I am. Continues. Verse 516. niṣkriyo'smyavikāro'smi.
niṣkriyo'smyavikāro'smi.
niṣkalo'smi nirākritihi.
niṣkalo'smi nirākritihi.
nirvikalpo'smi nityo'smi.
nirvikalpo'smi nityo'smi.
nirālambo'smi nirdvayah.
nirālambo'smi nirdvayah.
niṣkriyo'smyavikāro'smi. niṣkalo'smi nirākritihi. nirvikalpo'smi nityo'smi. nirālambo'smi nirdvayah. Aham asmi, I am this. What is this? niṣkriyo'smi. I am without actions. Avikārāḥ I am without modifications. niṣkalo'smi. I am without any parts. nirākritihi. I am without any forms. nirvikalpo'smi, without any thoughts. nityo'smi, I am eternal. nirālambo'smi, alamba means support. nirālambo'smi means without any support. nirdvayah, I am without any dvaya, duality. That is what I am. I don't have actions. I don't have any modifications, any parts, any form, any thoughts, any end. Nityo'smi means what? I don't have any end. I don't have any change. Nirālambo'smi, without any support. That is what I am. You must have seen he is using ni again and again. All words are starting with ni. Asmi also again and again. niṣkriyo'smyavikāro'smi, niṣkalo'smi, nirvikalpo'smi, nityo'smi, nirālambo'smi, nirdvaye. He could have used nirvikalpo'smi also, but it doesn't fit. Therefore, he is using avyaktādisthūlaparyantametat. You see, how brilliant Shankaracharya is. Otherwise, that chanda would have been broken. So, he is using vikārāḥ, and that he has put in the previous according to santi. So, wherever you see, it begins with ni. You see, all the words that you see when written with santi are all beginning with ni. That is all small things where his brilliance is seen. Main brilliance is the thoughts that he is explaining. That I am all this. I am without any actions, without any modifications, without parts, without forms, without thoughts, without any change or end, without any support, and without any kind of duality. That is what I am. Continues. Beautiful verse again. 517. sarvatmakoham sarvoham sarvatitohamadvayah kevalakhandabodhoham anandoham nirantarah sarvatmakoham sarvoham sarvatitohamadvayah kevalakhandabodhoham anandoham nirantarah. Aham, now in the previous verse, asmi was said. Now when you say asmi, you don't have to say aham. Aham asmi is understood. Now here he is saying aham, asmi you have to understand. What is he saying? Aham sarvatmakah asmi. I am sarva atmakah, self of all. Sarvah aham asmi. I am all. When you say I am self of all, there may be a slight possibility that there are things and I am the self of all those things. No. I am all. Oh, so you are everything. Sarva atitah aham. Even beyond all, I alone am. So I am the self of all, I am all, and I am beyond all. See what a beautiful thing. When we see the objects, the first level of understanding is I am the self of all objects. Then the next level we understand there are no objects, I alone am. And then the further we understand that I am beyond all. So I am self of all, I am beyond all. Advayah, that non-dual Brahman I am. What is it? Kevala akhanda bodha aham. Kevala means just that. Akhanda, unbroken, bodha, consciousness. I am that one unbroken consciousness. Anandoham nirantarah. And I am that nirantara ananda. I am that eternal bliss. Again, you see, by saying sarvatmakoham, sarvoham, sarvatitoham, sat aspect is explained. Sat, no? I am the self of all existence which pervades. Kevala akhanda bodhoham, chit aspect. Chit, consciousness. And nirantaraha anandaha aham. I am that eternal bliss, the ananda aspect. So, satchidananda swarupa, that I am. With this, the student has completed expressing what are his experiences, or what is his experience rather. Now, he says to Guru, you see, this wonderful experience I got by your grace. What can I say about you? That is the next verse. Let us see. Swarajya samrajya vibhutiresha भवत्कृपा श्रीमहिमप्रसादात्
भवत्कृपा श्रीमहिमप्रसादात्
प्राप्ता मया श्रीगुरवे महात्मने
प्राप्ता मया श्रीगुरवे महात्मने
नमो नमस्तेस्तु पुनर्नमोऽस्तु
नमो नमस्ते सुपुनर्नमोऽस्तु
स्वराज्य साम्राज्य विभूतिरेषा भवत्कृपा श्रीमहिमप्रसादात् प्राप्ता मया श्रीगुरवे महात्मने नमो नमस्तेस्तु पुनर्नमोऽस्तु स्वराज्य साम्राज्य विभूतिः एषा एषा स्वराज्य साम्राज्य विभूतिः. What is this now? Esha, this is vibhuti. This is the glory of samrajya. Samrajya means kingdom. Swarajya of the self. Maya prapta. I have gained this glory of the kingdom of the self. Sovereignty of one's own kingdom. This is not the samrajya which begins and ends, which is on the earth, in some continent, in some country. This is not that kind of kingdom. This is the kingship or kingdom of the self. Swarajya samrajya. Swarajya samrajya. Okay. This again phrase, you keep it in mind. Again at the end this will come again. Swarajya samrajya. And this kingdom of the self, this kingdom, how have I have got? Bhavat kripa Shri Mahima Prasadat. Prasadat. Bhavat kripa. By your kripa, blessing, grace. Shri Mahima, and glory of your blessing. So by your grace and blessings of your glory or glory of your blessings, I have got this. Maya prapta. And therefore, Shri Gurave Mahatmane Namaha. Prostrations unto that great Guru, Shri Gurave Mahatmane, to that noble saint. Namaha astu. May there be prostrations. Namaha te astu. Te namaha astu. Again prostrations unto you. Punaha namaha astu. Again I prostrate unto you. 3 times he says, may there be salutations, may there be salutations, may there be salutations. Why? What else can I say? The only thing that I can say is not say anything and just salute. Because what you have given me, you have no idea. I have just now understood what you have given me. After gaining that experience of the self, I realize what I have got. If you remember, in the beginning of this section, I was telling you the comparison with Srimad Bhagavad Gita and the 11th chapter, where Arjuna is again expressing this to his Guru, Bhagavan Shri Krishna. And there also you see he does the same thing. He says, Punastu bhuyopi namo namaste. Again and again and again I prostrate to you, O Bhagavan, O Guru. I don't know what else to say. Here also he is doing the same. The student says to the Guru, O Guru, unto you I offer my salutations. Again and again and again. You, while giving the knowledge, were never bored of telling the same thing again and again to me. So now why should I be bored of saying again and again to you how thankful I am? If you did not keep anything with you and gave me everything, I also should do the same. So again and again and again I offer my salutations. 3 times you can say manasa, vacha, karmana I offer. With my mind, with my speech, with my actions, with all my being, I offer my salutations. Tan, man, dhan, sab tera. Everything I am offering unto you. O Guru, what else can I say? he concludes. Two more verses are there. Let us see. Shikrini comes. Shikrini Chandas. Verse number 519. Mahaswapne maya kritajani jara mrityu gahane
महास्वप्ने मायाकृतजनिजरा मृत्युगहने
भ्रमन्तं क्लिश्यन्तं बहुलतरतापैरनुदिनम्
प्रमन्दं क्लिश्यन्तं बहुलतरतापैरनुदिनम्
अहङ्कारव्याघ्रव्यथितमिममत्यन्तकृपया
अहङ्कारव्याघ्रव्यथितमिममत्यन्तकृपया
प्रबोध्यः प्रस्वापात् परमवितवान् मामसि गुरो
प्रबोध्य तत्त्वापात् परमवितवान् ममसि गुरो
महास्वप्ने मायाकृतजनिजरा मृत्युगहने भ्रमन्तं क्लिश्यन्तं बहुलतरतापैरनुदिनम् अहङ्कारव्याघ्रव्यथितमिममत्यन्तकृपया प्रबोध्यः प्रस्वापात् परमवितवान् मामसि गुरो. What a beautiful thing. He says, Mahaswapne, I was in a great dream that lasted not for minutes or hours or days, not even for years. It lasted for births together. Mahaswapne mayakrita jani jara mrityu gahane. Mahaswapne. Gahane, which was a very dense dream. Dense because of what? Maya krita. Because of the things that were created by Maya there. What are they? Jani, birth. Jara, old age. Mrityu, death. I was in this great dense dream created by Maya, which was having repeated births and old age and death. And what was I doing there in that dense dream? Brahmantam. I was confused, I was lost, and I was just roaming. In this Mahaswapna, I was clueless and cluelessly roaming. Klishyantam. And it was not a happy dream, let me tell you. Or you will say, nice, you are roaming, very good. No, Klishyantam. Klishyantam, why were you being tormented? Bahula, many. Taratapaihi anudinam. Anudinam, every single day I was being tormented by bahula, innumerable, taratapaihi, by different kinds of afflictions. Tapa. Taratapaihi means by different variations. Bahula tara. That tara goes with bahula. Bahula means many. Bahula tara means more than many. By innumerable afflictions I was being tormented. So I was roaming in this dense great dream created by Maya, which had all these kind of continuous births and deaths. And there in that great dream I was being tormented continuously by lots and innumerable afflictions. Ahankara vyagra vyathitam. And you see, you are roaming here and there and so many afflictions are there. Just close your eyes, at least for some time you will be at peace. No. Why? Because vyathitam, I was being persecuted by ahankara vyagra, because of this tiger of ego. It won't let me be quietly at one place also. Imam. See, ahankara vyagra vyathitam. Imam, to me. To this means to me. Atyanta kripaya praswapat prabodhya. Atyanta kripaya, by extreme compassion. Praswapat, from this great swapa dream. Praswapat, from this great dream, prabodhya, having woken me up. param avitavan mam asi. What did you do? Oh Guru, hey Guru, what did you do? Param avitavan asi. You blessed me, you protected me, you saved me. That mam goes with imam. See how the composition of the verse is. Okay. Brahmantam, klishantam, vyathitam, imam, mam. All these words are in Samanadikaranya. Okay. So Brahmantam, who was roaming, where Maya krita jani jara mrityu gahane mahaswapne Brahmantam. Klishantam, one who was being tormented. Where, how tormented? Bahula taratapaihi anudinam klishantam. Ahankara vyagra vyathitam, who was being tortured, persecuted by the by the tiger of ego. Imam, to him, to this, mam, to me, atyanta kripaya praswapat prabodhya, having woken me up, atyanta kripaya, because of your extreme compassion, from this praswapa, from this great dream, param avitavan asi. You, param avitavan asi, you saved me, you protected me, Guru, O Guru. Okay. Remember, when that Shishya is reaching the Guru, he is telling the same things. If you go there and check, these are the same similes which he is giving there also. He didn't know there that time ahankara word, etc. He didn't know maya krita, etc. He didn't have the vocabulary to tell what is happening to him. And therefore he was saying that, this is happening, that is happening, and dukkha is there. And now he has found a vocabulary and he has also found a solution. And he says, I was being tortured, I was being tormented, I was in this great dream. I was roaming cluelessly. You protected me. How? Prabodhya. Having woken me up, you protected me. Why? Because within the dream, whatever you might have done would have been some kind of ointment, to get little relief for some time. But you ended all my afflictions for all times. How? You woke me up from the dream. I was being tormented and tortured in the dream. You woke me up. What else can be done? What is greater that anyone can do for anyone? This is the greatest service. That is what you have done, O Guru. Therefore, what do I say? I prostrate to you again. Next verse. Namastasmai sadaikasmai
Namastasmai sadaikasmai
kasmai chinmahase namaha
Kasmai chinmahase namaha
yadetad vishvarupena
Yadetad vishvarupena
rajate guru rajate. Namastasmai sadaikasmai kasmai chinmahase namaha yadetad vishvarupena rajate guru rajate. That rajate, guru rajate, that guru raja and te are different words. What is he saying? Namastasmai, tasmai namaha. Unto him I offer my salutations. Salutations unto him. Who is that? Sada ekasmai, who always remains one. Kasmai chit, to someone. I also don't know how else to explain him. To someone. Mahase, to that great one. Namaha. So I am offering my salutations unto him. Who is that? You call him Brahman, you call him Ishvara, you call him Guru, whatever you want to call, you call. I offer my prostrations unto that Sada Ekasmai, who is always one, Kasmaichit, he is someone, I can't put it in words who is he. Mahase, but he is a great one. To that I offer my salutations. Yat, that which, etat vishwarupena rajate. One who rajate, shines. Etat vishwarupena, as this entire world. One who shines, one who abides as this entire universe. Hey Guru Raja, what a beautiful word, Guru Raja, the king of all gurus. Te, to you I offer my salutations. So you see here, Rajate, Guru Rajate. That Guru Rajate is not a verb. First Rajate is the verb. Second is Guru Raja, O Guru Raja, Sambodhana, Te, to you, Tasmai, Sada Ekasmai, Kasmai Chid, Mahase, Namaha Astu. May there be prostrations. May there be salutations unto him who is always one, who is someone, who is the great one, who abides as this entire universe. To you, O the king of all gurus, I offer my prostrations. Okay. And the Shishya stops. So he started talking 480. Now he has concluded in 520. Now what? We'll see what happens after this in the next session. The Shishya who realized and became the Jnani has expressed his experience and also has expressed his gratitude. Experience of the Supreme and gratitude towards the Guru. He has done that. Now what will happen? We'll see in the next verse, in the next session. Okay. Let us conclude. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.